I'm Marcel, welcome. And together I'm teaching with Shawn. Shawn is up here. And we're teaching daily on Twitch live. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello, check me out live as well. If you're watching this right now on Twitch, hello. So glad you made it. So glad you joined right now. And we're coming to sit down. So grab a sitting pillow maybe, or grab some books to sit on, and let's sit down. And just as a warning, we're starting off quite slow, starting quite slow off, but we're doing a lot of movements with the wrists and so on. So if you're sitting a lot in front of the computer doing things, this is where really great practices are coming up for you right now. So please come to a good sit. Sit down with your sitting bones. Feel how they are rooted into the floor. And get long from the sitting bones to the top of the head. Get long, long, long. And breathe in as deep as you can into the belly. You can put the right hand on the belly, left hand under the chest. Start breathing in deeper into the belly and into the chest. And release. Breathe in deep into the belly, then into the chest. And feel how the arms are going up and down, the hands are going up and down right now. And get long from the sitting bones to the top of the head. Great. Release your hands by your sides. Bring the hands by your sides, and we're doing exactly the same, but now we're directing the breath with the hands. So lift your hands by your sides up, breathing in. And this is really strong what we're doing right now. When you have the hands at the top over the head, we're holding the breath. And then we release the arms down, go in your rhythm, right? We're releasing the breath again. And when we have the hands down, we hold the breath for a moment. And breathe in again, lifting the hands up. Go in your rhythm here with your breath. And take breaks at the bottom and at the top, but make them as long as they are feeling good to you. Sorry. Focus. And if I lose the rhythm at one point, don't worry about it. Don't judge yourself. Just come back to it. And let's go 2 more times. Long, long, long. Again. Last time. Feel your sitting bones and feel your top of the head. Feel that there is something attached on top of the head that draws you up. And again, you want to sit up on something and then release. Great. Should feel really good. Then bring your hands to your thighs and move the hands forward and backward. And first of all, feeling how it does feel to do that. What do you feel on your palms? What do you feel on your thighs? Then moving your shoulders forward, upward, backward and down. Forward, upward, backward and down. Continue like this. When your hands move forward, bring the shoulders forward, then upward and back and down. Good. And focus on backward. And you don't need to go like 100% everywhere with all your muscles, with all the might of your muscles, but go 50%. It should feel really good. And then slowly release this. Whew. Breathing out. Great. From here, we're going to stand up now so that we don't need to sit the whole time. And we can do the rest of the movements. And then we're slowly going to warm up the wrists, but really slowly. And we want to warm up the wrists so we can do handstands later on. And don't worry again, it's for everybody. This is for everybody. And please come up slowly and transition slowly. Especially also in yoga, it's important that you transition with awareness. This is like the half of yoga, transitioning with awareness. It's not just about the pose, it's about also how do I get there. Good. And from here, bring our arms up. Fingers are pointing forward, fingers are vertical. Then make fists and go up and down with your fists. Up and down. Check how that feels. Down. Check how the left arm feels and the right arm. So feel the left and the right side. Release this, shake your arms a little. Whew. Bring the arms up again. And now, thumb far away as far as you can, and then thumb in, just focusing on the thumb, but also like checking what the other arms, what the other fingers are doing, what the other what the hands are doing, what the elbows, the whole arm is doing, the shoulders are doing when you are doing this movement. And comparing it to the left, from the left to the right arm. Good. And see what's there to discover. And then from there, circling the thumb forward. whatever forward means to you. And see what this feels like. And then circling the thumb to the back. See what this feels like. Great. And release your arms, shake them a little. Whew. Should feel good. Should feel really good to you. Wake the arms up, shake the elbows, shake the shoulders. Then bring the hands together, and we want to push into the mounds of the fingers here. So pushing into the mounds of the fingers together, then pushing into the fingers, clawing them a little bit. So pushing in and releasing. And you want to push into the mounds of the fingers here. Pushing in and release. Push in, feel all the mounds of the fingers connected with each other. And release. And in again. You might want to claw the fingers a little bit, so it's easier to push the mounds of the fingers into each other. Great. Release. And in again. And release. In. And last time, pushing in. And release. Shake your wrists a little. Fingers. This is a really important exercise to do, especially if you're going to do a lot of downward facing dog or things that we are pushing into the floor with the hands. You always want to have the mounds of the fingers connected. So a little secret here, bring your arms together, push them into each other, and again doing the same thing, then hold your hand to a light source. And as you're pushing in the mounds of the fingers really a lot together, you just want to see this little tiny gap somewhere between the ring finger formed. And you really want to push all the mounds together. And there should just be a little tiny gap going on where you see some light through. Good. Shake your wrists again. Great job. And from here, bring your hands together, push into the mounds of the fingers again, and lift your fingers off. And just go like this, lifting the fingers off, pushing into the mounds of the fingers. Great. And what you can intensify this by bringing the elbows a little bit down, coming to a parallel almost with your elbows to the floor. Lifting your fingers off and releasing them. Great. Then release your arms, shake them a little bit. How does that feel? Oh yeah, we're also going to do some back strengthening today, a little bit more back strengthening than usual. I'm preparing currently a back strengthening video, so we're going to exercise them so I can prepare them a little bit more, see what's going good, what's going not that good. And especially if you have any questions, ideas, suggestions, please feel free always to hit me up, right? In this Twitch chat or in the Discord chat as well. So, bring your arms together, interlace the fingers. And from there, turn the wrists here. And really, there's no need to grab around here hard. Like, no, go really soft and see where the wrists like to go. The wrists like to go there. Breathe in deep. Really soft. Good. And from here, we're fixing the right arm, grabbing on with the left hand and moving the right wrist with the left hand. Right. Left arm is active. The right arm is just fixed in place. Fixed in place. Good. And from here, release, change the side. And again, soft grip, turning the wrist. Left hand is fixed. Check where you can go. Maybe try to go into the other direction if you can. See how that feels. Or try to explore some different sides. And then release again, shake your wrists. And now the final part comes. So we're going back to the middle, maybe bring the other thumb forward. So the thumb that feels maybe a little bit strange to have it forward, right? And then go really balanced right now. So left and right side are balanced. You can also close your eyes here and feel how the intensity is balanced of the left and the right arm. So left arm is not taking over too much, right arm is not taking over too much. Just balanced. Great. Then release your arms, shake them a little. Great. From here, we're coming into one of my favorite exercises. I hope you enjoy it too. So warming up the hands. I call it one exercise. It's actual 4 exercises that I kind of start to merge together more and more. So warming up the hands is the first part. Bring them in front of the eyes, second part. And feeling the warmth here. Feeling the warmth from the hands emitting on your skin, closing your eyes here. Feel the warmth on your skin, on your head. And slowly release the hands down to your skin. And as rain would fall down on your head, draw the fingers slowly down. Good. And release the arms and bring the arms up to your sides. So the palms are pointing forward. Hands are over the shoulders here. We breathe in deep. We get long from the feet to the top of the head. Breathing in deep. Great. And again, breathing in as deep as you can. And out. And in again. Get long, long, long. And out. And one more time. In, we get long from the shoulders to the fingers. Go with your rhythm with the breath. Extend your fingers away from each other. Breathe in deep. Get long from the feet to the top of the head. One more time. Get long from the shoulders to the fingers. Expand the fingers away from each other. Now imagine you want to give the whole world a hug. And release and give yourself a big hug. Ooh, over the shoulders. Smile here. Good. From this hug, we want to bring them over the shoulders, right to hug, and push a little bit up with the right elbow. So the lower elbow wants to push up, the lower elbow wants to push up. Great. And then release. And change around, other side. Other elbow up. And then again the lower elbow pushing up a little bit, just a tiny bit. Breathe in deep. And release again. Shake your shoulders a little, shake your fingers. Release your head. Ooh, good. How does that feel? And from here, let's first of all jump a little bit out of the knees, just out of the knees. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck, a lot. So when you're jumping, you want to release all the tension that is not there so all the muscles are released that are, let me say that in another way, right? So all the muscles that are working right now, they're doing a great job, but all the other muscles we really want to release. So the shoulder muscles are released, the neck muscles are released, so our head even bounces around, the elbows are bouncing around, and you can intensify this by jumping out of the heel even, if you like that, or you can even start leaving the floor and jumping completely. And at any point, if it starts hurting you, just come out with it and stand up straight. And from here, this should really feel good for your shoulders, for your elbows, for your wrists, for your fingers, also for your neck and your head. And then release again, slowly come back to standing position, and then bring your chin to the right shoulder. Chin to the right shoulder, breathing in deep. And as you're breathing out, chin to the left shoulder. And now the breathing is here to make this exercise more deep. So using the breath as a tool. So as you're breathing in deep into the belly, into the chest. And by deeply, I really mean deep into the belly, into the chest. As far as you can go. Then you probably feel a stretch in your neck. Breathing out, looking to the right, going in your rhythm. Every time you breathe out, changing the side. There's no need to go fast with your breath here, but enjoy your breath. So no need to inhale exactly after we exhale. We can make a break. Try to release the shoulders down a lot. And let's go one more time each side. And then come to the middle. And bring your right ear to the right shoulder. Breathing in deep. Releasing your shoulders down as good as you can. Then breathing out, releasing the head forward and half circle it to the left side. Left ear to the left shoulder. Breathing in deep. Chin a little bit back. And again, using your breath here as a tool. Releasing forward. Changing the side, right here to the right shoulder. And breathing out, releasing forward, changing the side. Breathing in deep. And releasing forward, changing the side. rotate to the right shoulder. Releasing the head forward and changing the side, half circling, right? And optional here, we can have the shoulder that is not over the ear, under the ear right now. We can activate the arm and draw a little bit down with the right arm, with the right shoulder. Activate the whole arm and draw a little bit down. Breathing in deep. Breathing out, changing. Again, left arm now activated if you have the right ear over the right shoulder. This is optional. If you don't want to do that, you don't need to. And release both shoulders down as far as you can. And release completely. Come forward with your head and lift it up. Good. Good. From here, bring your arms up. Zoop. Arms up, then shoulders to the back. And we're holding it there. Shoulders down and to the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release this. Go again. Let's go for 4 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing. So the shoulder blades are really coming together. Breathing in deep. And go again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing. Good. And again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Should feel really good. Check in with how it feels. Shake your arms a little. Great. And from here, just having one more thing that we want to get more awareness in. So bring the thumb kind of like just forward right now and then bring it to the back, turning it to the back. As far as you can and even more to the back. So even around a little bit. And see what's happening with your shoulders here. And try to breathe in here deep into the belly, into the chest, and see what's happening. As deep into the chest as you can. And release. Bring your hands slowly forward. Turn the thumb forward. Forward, 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 forward. And as far as you can, again, and breathe in deep and see what's happening. Belly into the chest. And release. And again, one more time to the back. The thumb turns to the back a lot. Breathe in deep. Belly into the chest. And then release, bring the thumb forward again, turning the thumb forward a lot. And see what's happening when we breathe in here. Again, last time, the belly into the chest. And release. And now really connect with that feeling of, oh wow, if I have the shoulders forward, right? That's what we're doing with the hands. If you're putting them back, it's getting harder to breathe into the chest. If you have that open, let's say you want to hug somebody, right? If the shoulders open, and we can breathe in deeper. Good. So open, closed, protecting yourself, opening yourself. Good. And this has a big impact on your breath, right? Just to know this is really important. Good. As this posture that you're having is connected to your mind. So if you have a good posture, say your shoulders a little bit back, right? Just a little tiny bit. And you probably hear the people saying, oh yeah, chin back, shoulders back, everything like correct, right? And you're standing like, you don't really know how to walk like this, be like this, right? It's not like that. It's not like that. Completely not. What it is, but what it is that you can breathe in deep into the belly, into the chest, and your chest is kind of like open for this deep breathing, right? Then you're having the right posture. It's not like chin back. But it's so that you can really breathe deep. That is when you have a good posture. That is when you feel confident. It's not like being in this state that people say you need to be in to have self-confidence. Of course, this helps to have the right posture, but then there has to be this deep breathing, and when the deep breathing is there, then you will feel confident. Okay, let's get this confidence out of the way, and let's go a little bit further. And let me think. What are we going to do? What time is it? Yeah. So we're going now to warm up the wrists slowly. Wrists slowly. And then we are going to prepare for hands then slowly. But first of all, let's give our back a little bit more of a break. Exactly. Because I've prepared something here, and there are some exercises that we are going through right now. But first of all, let's give our back a complete break. Come to the front of our mat and hinge at the hips. Then slowly round your back. Hips over the heels if you can. Hips over heels. Release your neck, release your head. Then bring your arms to the back. Interlace the fingers and pull them up, kind of. Pull them up. Whoop. And as soon as you have pulled them up, just release the arms. Just release the arms, release the neck, release the head a lot. And breathe in deep. And releasing the arms, not pulling them down, but let gravity do its thing, right? Bring your hips more over the heels if possible, so probably a lot of the weight will be over the toes. And then release your arms back to your hips, slowly, and come to your knees and come down to the floor. And yeah, let's come to our back right now. So find your way to the back, and from here we're going to do back strengthening sequence that I'm currently working on, and it's not completely finished, but we're getting there slowly. So lie on your back, heels close to the bum, and from here bring your elbows up to the mat, fingers are pointing up, then lift your hips slowly up, lower back up, upper back up. And from here, you want to just be here in this kind of area right now. So you can have the hands down and release down again, vertebra by vertebra again, down. And we go up again. And down. Vertebra by vertebra down. And just up again. Keep your knees over the heels as good as you can. Vertebra by vertebra down, and let's go 3 more times. Just really easy back strengthening here right now. Shouldn't be too hard. Going up and down and up, and focus on putting the vertebra by vertebra down. If it's too easy for you, focusing more on that. This should make it a little bit harder. The next thing we're doing is completely coming up. Bring your knees up. Then first of all, let's just push into the hands. So bring the hands to the knees, and the knees are pushing up. Knees are pushing up, like you're drawing the knees in, and you want to hold together with your arms. Hold against the knees right now. And this should be quite hard, as you're hearing my voice, right? Your belly has to be activated a lot as you're doing this. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, release. Breathe in deep for a moment. And again, I'm explaining it again. One leg is like coming forward, right? You're drawing the leg in towards your body. And you want to hold against that movement. You want to push it up and pull it down. It should feel really good. And now we're taking the right hand to the left knee, and we're pulling the leg up and pushing it down. A lot. Really good job. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release this. Change the side. Other knee up. Grab on your left hand to the right knee. And again, having your hand somewhat straight and maybe on the floor even. Then pull in the knee and push against it. As much as you can. Feel the belly muscles working. So the bellies are kind of also driving the knee up, and you want to push together, push against it. It should be really good feeling. Breathing in deep and release. Great. Shake your hips a little bit left and right. And from here, as this is probably not enough for you, bring the knees up again. And we're kind of like crossing our hands right now. And maybe take the knees a little bit together, and then pushing in and pushing against it. Pushing a lot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Great job. So next exercise, bring your feet a little bit away, and we now want to engage the belly and the bum or butt. And the butt cheeks are engaged, right? And the belly is engaged. That's already quite hard to do. And we want to push also our lower back to the floor. And from there we lift one foot up a little, keeping your butt engaged, butt cheeks engaged, your belly engaged, and pushing to the floor. Then releasing, bring the other up, keep your butt cheeks engaged, check with your hands. Change again, pushing to the floor, engage your butt cheeks a lot. And release, other leg up again. Go one more time each side. For now. Good. One more time. Good, change last side. And release. This is super hard. It looks so easy, but it's super hard. Especially to engage the butt cheeks and the belly at the same time. I really love this exercise. This brings so much awareness to the body as we kind of want to do these two exercises or two engaging things together, right? Engaging the belly and the butt at the same point, right? And then pushing down, drawing the foot up. It's quite a lot, and to the impulses in the right way. It's super interesting, super interesting. Then from here, coming into all fours. Coming into all fours slowly. Make the movement mindfully as you're changing. And again, what I'm doing today, I'm kind of preparing a dedicated YouTube video that will come out very soon. However, the exercises are not completely defined right now that I want to do in the YouTube video, but it's all about strengthening the back. So from here, first of all, find a good position, and we want to do a good table pose here. First of all, check with your hands that the wrists are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips. From there, we want to not fall down with the chest too much so that the shoulder blades are under the back, and we don't want to push out too much. So we want to be in between these two a little bit. So an exercise again to feel your shoulders is release down, shoulder blades onto the back, and then push out the shoulders, push the shoulders out of the shoulder socket a lot. Then releasing down again, shoulder blades onto the back, and pushing out a lot. Good, and then come back into the middle. And in the middle, you want to extend the right hand forward, and the left leg back. And from there, draw the belly in and up. Get long from the back foot to the top of the fingers. Good. And breathe in deep. Now, optionally, we can bring some movement into this. If you don't like to do that, you don't need to. Or if it's too hard for you at the moment. But if it feels good, draw the elbow and the knee together, rounding your body. And then extend again, breathing in. Get long. And rounding. Try to keep your arm straight. Long. Your head is an extension of the spine. You don't want to look up too much, but of course you can look up a little if you like. Woo, and then draw elbow and knee together again. Round. And extend again. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. So drawing together, rounding, and then breathing in, arcing up. Hand and leg up, and then together, like closing a flower and then opening a flower. Bring the hand and the arm and the foot up, and together again. Whew. And up again, and together. And up. And together. Last time. Up. And last time. Closing. Great. Come back to the middle. And this really is helpful for your belly, for your back, to get a lot of fluidity in there, but also balance and strength for your back, for your belly, for your chest, for your back. Really, really good exercise. Activating all our core here. And then again, changing the side. Right hand down, left leg down. Bring the right leg back, left leg forward. Ooh. Then drawing the elbow and the knee together, rounding and extending. Get long from the back foot to the top of the hand. A lot. Long. And together. And apart. Together. Apart. Together. Apart. Together. Apart. Make it more interesting, opening up, woo, arcing, then together, rounding, great job, and arcing up, doing great, and together, whoops, and arcing up, together. Try to keep the movement controlled. Last time up, and last time together, and come down. Good. Maybe this was a little bit a lot for you. Shake your arms, shake your shoulders. Should be good. Bring your arms together for a moment, and interlace them left and right. With the intensity that we found at the beginning of the first lesson. So balanced intensity. Good. And from the air. Want to strengthen a little bit more. And I thought about doing side plank, because there's also the core involved so much. So I think we're doing side plank, and I'll write that down, especially also for the video that I'm doing very soon. So side plank it is. From here we want to push into the mounts of the fingers a lot, clawing the fingers, come up into a plank position. Bring your feet together a lot, then lean to one side. And now bring the upper foot first of all forward for variant 1. Completely fine to be here. And what we want to do is engage the belly a little bit, push the hips up a lot, and check that our shoulders a little bit behind the wrist. So shoulders are behind the wrist, just a little tiny bit. Then bring the feet over each other, draw the belly in and up. Next thing, variant 3. So this is optional, right? You can stay here in variant 1. Completely fine. You can stagger the feet, draw the belly in and up. Variant 3, foot up, drawing the belly in. Variant 4, foot in to the top of the thigh, and arm extended either over the head, next to the ear, or up into the sky. Shoulders onto the back. Whoop! If you fall out of it, laugh about it. Good. Then release slowly down. And we're changing the side, but give yourself a quick little break. Especially if you fall out of it, or if you haven't done this at all, don't worry about it. It's super hard in the beginning. With time, you will develop good core muscles, which is super awesome also for your back. So that's why this exercise is now in the upcoming video integrated, I think, most likely. Again, coming to plank, slowly pushing the mounts of the fingers into the floor and shifting to the other side right now. And again, bringing the upper foot to variant 1 if you like. Check that your shoulders are behind the wrist. Drawing the belly in and up. This is the state you want to be in all the other poses. So stagger the feet. Next thing, foot up, drawing the belly in and up. You want to be able to see barely the feet. Then a hand also up next to the ear into the sky or next to the ear to the front. Head is an extension of the spine. Next thing, draw the leg into your thigh, belly in and up. And this an extension of the spine. Head. And the hand up into the sky or next to the ear. Good. Shoulders onto the back and slowly release down. Good. And these 4 variations are there. There's also come back to a sit. There's also a wild thing, what we're not doing right now, because we want to be training our belly a lot, training our back a lot. Balance is also thematic here. And balance has so much to do with our belly, of our core, right? We want to balance here our upper body, our head with the core. Good. And from here, let's come. Bring the hands forward, push into the mounts of the fingers, claw the fingers, shift your hips up into the sky, coming into downward facing dog. From here, we just learn to look between the wrists, breathing out. As you're breathing out, stepping forward. Then forward fold here, bending your knees a lot, breathing in deep, standing up. Bring your hands up into the sky. Drawing the hands in front of the heart together, breathing in deep. And releasing the arms. Good. Shake your wrists a little. Shake your feet a little. Ooh. Yeah. What are you going to do is, shall we go 3 times or 2 times? I think we go, as we did it last stage, let's just do 2 times right now. So yesterday we did it already, and then afterwards we're going to full out for handstands. But we are already a little bit warm with the core, which is super great because we need a good core in handstand as well. So this is also quite a core training, which is super great for our back. So what we're doing is we bring the arms up into the sky. This is also like a lot of shoulder training. Then breathing in deep, sitting back with your hips to the back, knees over the heels, get long from the hips to the fingers. Breathing in deep. You probably feel a hamstring stretch here, which is also great. Get long, the hips to the fingers. Then bring your hands apart, Y position. Breathing in deep. Shoulders on the back already a little bit. From Y we're going to T. I love T. Knees over the heels, check in again. And shoulders onto the back together, smile. Your head is an extension of the spine, don't forget that. Breathing in deep. And then arms to the back. A lot to the back and away. And then coming up. Arms up into the sky. Breathe in deep. Get long. And then sit back with your hips to the back, knees over the heels. Get long from the hips to the fingers. Y position, arms away, long from the hips to the head. T position, breathe in deep. Shoulders onto the back. Then bring the hands W position onto the back, breathing in deep. Then arms away from the back. Shoulders onto the back and down, breathing in deep. And coming up, bring your arms up into the sky. Great job. Get long from the feet to the top of the fingers. And release. Bring the hands in front of the heart together. And release the arms. Good. And I forgot a little pose to do. I wrote it down already, but didn't do. So let's come one more time to the belly this time, not to the back. Let's lie down on our belly. Take your time transitioning it again and make it feel good to you. Doesn't matter how the others are transitioning or how I transition. Make it so that it feels good to you. And what we're doing here is now, let's do the whole Superman sequence. So bring your arms to the front of you and then lift the right hand and the left leg up. Release your head as an extension of the spine. I need to lift my head a little bit so that it's not too loud with the microphone. So just that you know. Then bring your right hand up, the left leg up. Head is an extension of the spine. Good. And then change around. Change around. Go in your rhythm. Good. And from here, lift both the hands and the legs up, breathing in deep. And see what's happening as you're breathing in. And see what's happening when you breathe out. Good. 2 more breaths. Breathe in deep. 1 more breath. Good job. And release slowly down to the floor. Good job. Take a little bit break. Take a little break. Bring your hands in front of you. Make a little pillow. And release. And then coming up again, what we're doing is we bring the hands to the sides, to the back, sides of the back, and we're lifting our upper body up. So upper body up as much as we can. Our feet are on the floor if possible. As much as we can, we lift up. Then bring one right hand forward, left hand forward. Kind of switch like this. Keep it controlled. Your upper body is completely up as far as you can. Breathing in deep. Great. And then release slowly down. Good job. And these were the exercises for strong core integration. And what we're going to do now is warm up our wrists a little bit more so that we can go to handstand. And even these core exercises will help us a lot in the upcoming handstand. And again, don't worry about the handstand. It's not going to be, it's going to be accessible for everybody. So first of all, what you're going to do is wrist push-ups. So if you're taking your hands closer to your knees, it gets easier, especially if you're doing this the first time. Take your hands close to your knees, then shift the weight over the hands and push yourself up with the wrist, with the mounts of the fingers, up and down. Also the wrist is going up. And you don't want to lift with the hips. You don't want to do this, right, or this. Super easy. You want to give the weight over the wrists. Then we want to push ourselves up and down. We're doing this quite fast. And we're going for a round of 10. So let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. And maybe you feel that the lower arms get activated or are burning already. Then you're doing it correct. And then let's go for a round of 20. Push into the mounts of the fingers. Do a little bit less if you're doing it the first time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Sit back quickly. Check with your lower arms if they are getting warm or activated. And again, you want to come forward again. And let's go for 30 right now. And we don't want to do this, right, as I just did before, but you need to release the head a lot. Push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. And push in, down. Push into the mounts of the fingers. Push yourself up and then release down. And again, let's go for 30 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Do one more. Good. Release. Should be now probably burning in the lower arm. Shake your wrists a little, fingers, your shoulders. Lace the fingers and go side to side a little. Good. And come forward. Bring hands forward. Last time, going for 40 if you can. If you can't, go for 10 or 20. And let's go. Try to shift all the weight there as good as you can. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 13, 12, 11, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release. Check with your arms, how are they feeling right now? Shake your arms a little. Give them some love. Smile. Doing good. And what we're doing right now is we're using what we found right now to start using it in downward facing dog. So we're pushing ourselves down to the floor. So bring your arms forward, push into the mounts of the fingers, clawing the fingers a little. Pushing into the mounts and shifting your hips up into the sky. Get long from the hands to the hips. So hips are up into the sky, especially if you're doing this the first time. Bend your knees a little. Hips up into the sky. These are the first two things. And then next thing is we don't want to sink down with the shoulders, but we have to have the shoulders a little bit up. Push into the mounts of the fingers, and from there bend your feet and start jumping and pushing yourself down. Again. And what we are doing here is we have the the mounts of the fingers active. Exactly the exercise that we did before. We push into the ground. And what's happening is that this pushes us down. So take some little jumps, completely fine, just barely leaving the floor. Doing great. Quick jumps maybe. And from there, whoop, whoop. Try to get long from the hands to the hips. And then release, bring your knees to the sides, big toes together. And reach forward, bring your hands a little bit to the side, release your head down. Give yourself a little break. And breathe in deep in child's pose. And if you have some stretches going on here, enjoy it. Breathe in deep. And then come forward. Push your hands again into the mat. Push into the mounts of the fingers. Claw the fingers a lot. Shift your hips onto the sky. Bend your knees. From there, get long from the fingers to the hips. And jump and down. Push into the mounts of the fingers. Jump, maybe go a little bit deep further, maybe not. See where you can go today. And release. Sit back, take a break, knees to the outside of the mat, big toes together. And reach a little forward, release your head. Breathe in deep. The next time you're doing this, so this was the last time, but if you're coming to another lesson that we're doing this, it's also important that we land softly, silently almost, so not but softly. And then come forward, bring your hands forward, stand up and walk back with your hands. Forward fold here. Hips over the heels as good as you can. Release the head down, release the neck down. So probably a lot of the weight will be over the toes as you're having the hips more and more over the heels. As good as we can over the heels. Releasing the neck, releasing the head down. Good. From here, bring your hands forward, like foot width distance away from the feet, and then slowly give all the weight to the hands, push into the mounts of the fingers, release the head, give all the weight there, and step forward. And again, push into the mounts of the fingers a lot, clawing the fingers, and stepping a little forward. Trying to make this movement controlled as you can. So maybe even slowing down the movement. And controlling the weight. Good. When you're forward fold here again. And come into halfway lifted position. Check with your lower spine, it's not rounding here. And a stretch in the hamstrings. And then hinge at the hips again. Bend your knees, bring your hands down, push into the mounts of the fingers a lot, release your head, and shift all the way to the hands and step a little bit back. And again, all the way to the hands, stepping a little bit back. And even making this movement as controlled as you can. Then when you're in the back, bend your knees a little. Stand up with a straight back. Bring your arms into the sky. Breathe in deep. And release. Hands in front of the heart. Release completely. Good. Shake your wrists a little. You're already halfway done with the warm-up. Feels good. Whew. Give yourself a hug here. Maybe releasing the head forward. Breathing in deep. Changing your hug. And release. Bring your arms up into the sky. Whoop, whoop. Palms are pointing upwards into the sky, drawing the fingers down. Get long from the shoulders up to the palms. Drawing the fingers down. Belly in and up. Chin a little bit back, just this line, tiny little bit. Pushing out of the shoulders a lot, drawing the fingers down and releasing again. Shaking your arms. Next thing, bring your arms forward, push out of the palms, draw the fingers to the back of you, pushing out of the shoulders. Good. Today is a little bit hot, I'm a little bit sweaty. Good, release, shake your wrists a little, breathe in deep. How are you feeling? Oh, I completely forgot about the intention. But now it's all right. This should have been an intention lesson today. I completely forgot about it. So it's all about handstand and belly practice. Now, core and handstand practice. Long core and handstand practice. Push out of the palms again, drawing the fingers to the back. To you. Draw the fingers to you. Push out the shoulders a lot. Breathe in deep. And again, one more time, as deep as you can. And release. Shake your wrists a little. Relax the arms. Great. Interlace the fingers a little. Give it a shake. Does it feel? Then bring your legs to the outside of the mat, so the short end of the mat. From there, hinge at the hips. Whip. Hinging at the hips. Hinging at the hips. So pushing into the outer edges of the feet. Getting a long straight back and releasing your head slowly down. You're slowly coming down. Breathing in deep, pushing into the outer edges of the feet, right? Knees are engaged. And then coming to the right side. Say hello to the right toes. And coming to the left, saying hello to the left toes. How are you doing, little toes? How are you doing? what's happening. Keep your knees strong on both sides. Keep your outer edges of the feet strong. And then bring your hands either on the mat or off the mat, not in between. So if you have them on the mat, push into the mounts of the fingers, claw the fingers, same off the mat. And then shift a lot of the weight, all the weight over the hands, and then jump in. And again, jumping out. And we're going for 10 times, or let's increase it today to 20. So shifting all the weight over, breathing in deep. And jump in and out. And if you're doing it the first time, then you can just go to 3, 10. Good. And if you have done 10 or 5, then slowly bend your knees. Bring one hand up and slowly start shifting your weight left and right, stepping in together. Good job. Shake your arms. We're almost prepared for the final exercise. Almost, but not quite. Shake your wrists. Do your wrists feel right now? Good. Next thing, bring the hands up. We're doing blinkers, so fingers together and fingers apart. Quite quick, as fast as you can. And imagine there's a crowd of people and a friend is in the middle of it, and you want to get his attention, or her attention, of course, by going really fast. Ah. 5, go faster, 4, 3, last seconds, 2, 1, and release. Good job. Shake your wrists, your fingers. Oh, good. Now we're coming to the climax of this lesson. So what you're going to do is practice handstand on the wall a little bit. So first of all, this is accessible to everybody. Bring your hands onto the wall first and shift your hips over the heels. So 90 degrees, you want to make 90 degrees at the hips. We want to push into the mounts of the fingers a lot, clawing the fingers as well, drawing the belly in and up. Great. And there's so much to find here. You can push out of the shoulders, pushing into the mounts of the fingers, drawing the belly in and up. And you can also lift your head a little and look between the wrists. So with your eyes, you want to look between the wrists, and lift the head just a little bit, so you can look between there. And I want you to remember this position right now as we're doing it. The same thing, if you like, upside down. If you don't like to do that, you can do variation 1 more time afterwards. Let me just show you the variations, so variation 2 and variation 3, and you can decide which one you like to try out. So variation 2, sit down on a wall, straighten one leg. Now measuring the distance with one finger where your heel was, and bring your hands there, push into the mounts of the fingers, clawing the fingers a little, and then step up on the wall. Good. Hips over the heel, hips over wrists right now, right? And look between the wrists, barely. Get long from the belly to the wrist. Good. Drawing the belly in and up. And you're doing great. And release. This is variation 2. Next thing is from plank pose up. So come into a plank pose, shift your feet close to the wall, So you don't need to do this right now. I just show it, and then you can decide which one you like to do. Variation 3 is just walking up, pushing into the mounts of the fingers a lot, drawing the belly in and up. This is quite hard, and then coming down again. You can walk even closer to the wall if you like. Good. So again, you can decide now, variation 1, variation 2, variation 3, which one you like to do. And so variation 1, again, hands on the wall, 90 degrees in the hips. Variation 2, measuring the distance with 1 foot, putting the feet there, putting the finger there, and then putting the wrist there, and stepping up on the wall. Variation 3, plank pose, walking up with your hands and with your feet, pushing into the mounts of the fingers all the time so that you're not falling over. This pushes you back to the wall. So, I'm doing variation 1 one more time. There's a lot to find here as well. So if you're scared of the others, don't worry. Just do variation 1 again. And the others will come automatically. It's already really good. You're way further than you probably know if you're doing this. Drawing the belly in and up. Looking between the wrists. Pushing out of the shoulders, pushing into the mounts of the fingers, looking between the wrists. Great job. And then slowly coming up again. Shake your wrists. Good. And from here, let's slowly come down to the ground and extend your feet. Far, lie back, extend your hands over the head, get long through the right side, right leg long, right arm long, and then left leg and left arm long. Change around again, right leg and right arm long, left leg and left arm long. Changing and changing. Good. Release this. Bring your hands into a cactus pose. So on your side, fingers are pointing up. Then bring your knees up. And release the knees to the right. And then to the left. If you like to do a happy baby pose, you can also do this instead. Or you can do both. And afterwards, extending our hands in Virin Shavasana. Good. Extend your feet. Bring your arms by your sides, palms are pointing up, close your eyes, and just be. Just be for some minutes, and I will get you back out of this position again. Now close your eyes. Feet are facing away from each other, toes are facing away from each other, arms are lying by the sides, palms are pointing towards the sky. Release the arms, release the eyes, and just be. Deepening your breath. Start to move your fingers. Start to move your toes. And when you're ready, draw the knees in towards your belly. And shift yourself to either the left or the right side, coming to lie down in our side body position. And from this position, really feel comfortable, make it more comfortable for yourself. Releasing all the muscles, softening your face, relaxing your tongue, relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, your wrists, your fingers, the chest, the belly, the hips, the legs, the knees, the toes, the ankles, the heels. Release all the muscles. And with your next breath, honor your yoga practice today. Honor your force that you brought to this practice today. Breathe in deep. And release. With your next breath, lift yourself up, come into final sitting pose. Breathing in deep. Bring the hands in front of the heart together. Great. And release your arms, open the eyes. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. And yeah, how did it feel to you today? So for your information, if you like to see more content of me and our yoga practices, can check out the YouTube, my YouTube. Head over there, subscribe and hit the bell. Next to that, join my Discord, say hello there. If you have any suggestions, ideas or questions, hit me up. If you like to follow me on Twitch, I really appreciate all these acts and I hope to see you very soon again. And please don't hesitate if you like to do something in particular, message me. Meanwhile, I'm online. Meanwhile, I'm doing these online lessons and we're going straight into your questions. So, release and